Did you know that 67% of billionaires started with absolutely nothing? No trust fund, no rich parents, just pure grit, strategy, and a willingness to take risks. They scraped by, hustled harder than anyone else, and eventually built empires. It's super inspiring, right? But it also makes you wonder, how did they do it? What separated them from everyone else? But what if I told you there's a pattern to their success? A formula that, if we can decode it, might just help us reach our own ambitious goals. In this video, I'm diving deep into the secret paths of self-made billionaires, breaking down their journeys step by step, and even challenging myself to see if I can replicate their strategies in my own life. Let's get into it. All right, let's kick things off with the titan himself, Jeff Bezos. Now, we all know him as the founder of Amazon, the guy who's basically taking over the world, one prime delivery at a time. But here's the thing. Bezos didn't just wake up one day as a billionaire with a rocket company. He started just like you and me, with a dream and a whole lot of hustle. Back in the 90s, Bezos was working a cushy Wall Street job, the kind of gig most people would kill for. But Bezos, he saw something different. He saw the potential of the internet, this crazy new thing called e-commerce, and he knew he had to be a part of it. So what did he do? He quit his job, packed his bags, and moved to Seattle to start Amazon. Not in some fancy office building, but out of his garage. Think about that for a second. He left security, a steady paycheck for the unknown. Now that's taking a risk. But here's the real kicker. For years, Amazon didn't make a profit. Can you imagine pouring your heart and soul into something, working day and night and not seeing a dime in return? Most people would have given up, gone back to their safe and secure jobs. But not Bezos. He had this unwavering belief in his vision, in the long game. Instead of chasing quick profits, he reinvested everything back into the company. He focused on building the best customer experience, expanding their product selection, and creating a brand that people would trust. And you know what? It paid off, big time. Amazon went from a small online bookstore to this massive online marketplace, selling everything under the sun. Bezos's relentless focus on long-term growth, on delaying gratification, that's what separated him from the pack. That's what turned Amazon into the behemoth it is today. Now, I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done. I'm not Jeff Bezos. I can't just start an Amazon, and you're right, you might not be building the next Amazon. But the principle remains the same. Focus on building something sustainable, something with real value. Don't get caught up in making a quick buck, in chasing the latest trends. Think long-term. What can you create that will stand the test of time? What problems can you solve that people will pay for years down the line? That's how you build real wealth, real success. Look at real estate investors. They didn't get rich overnight. They bought properties, rented them out, reinvested the profits, and slowly built portfolio over time. It wasn't always glamorous, but it was the long game that mattered. So what's the takeaway here? What's the secret sauce that Bezos used to build his empire? It's simple. Play the long game. Don't chase quick money, play the long game. Invest in yourself, in your business, in your skills. Focus on building something of value, something that will last. That's how you achieve true financial freedom, and that's a lesson we can all learn from Jeff Bezos. Now, let's talk about someone who embodies resilience and turning adversity into advantage like no other, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah's story is the epitome of rags to riches, of overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds to achieve extraordinary success. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, Oprah's childhood was marked by hardship and challenges that most of us can't even fathom. But amidst the struggle, amidst the pain, Oprah discovered her voice. She found solace and strength in sharing her story, in connecting with others through the power of words. This innate ability to communicate, to empathize, to make people feel seen and heard became her superpower. And it was this very superpower that propelled her to success. Starting her career in local news, Oprah faced more than her fair share of adversity. She was even fired from a job because she was considered too emotional, too invested in the stories she was telling. Can you imagine being told that your empathy, your ability to connect with others on a deeper level, is a weakness? But Oprah, she didn't let this setback define her. Instead of trying to fit into a mold that wasn't meant for her, she embraced her authentic self. She leaned into her strength, her ability to connect with people on an emotional level, and turned it into her biggest asset. Think about that. Her biggest challenge, being told she was too emotional, became the cornerstone of her success. She recognized that her ability to connect, to empathize, to make people feel understood was her unique selling proposition. And she used it to build an empire. The Oprah Winfrey Show wasn't just a talk show, it was a cultural phenomenon. People resonated with Oprah's authenticity, her vulnerability, her willingness to share her own struggles and triumphs. She created a safe space for people to connect, to learn, to grow, and to be inspired. And that's the lesson here, folks. Your biggest challenge, that thing that makes you different, that thing you might even see as a weakness, could actually be your greatest advantage. Don't be afraid to embrace it, to own it, to use it to your advantage. Now, some people might think those things don't go together, that you can't be both financially driven and emotionally intelligent. But I disagree. I believe that true success, the kind that lasts, comes from a place of balance. It's about having your finances in order, sure, but it's also about having your mental and emotional well-being in check. It's about being a well-rounded individual, both financially and personally, and that's what Oprah teaches us. Embrace your authentic self, challenges and all. Use your experiences, your struggles, your triumphs to connect with others, to build something meaningful, to make a difference in the world. That's how you create a legacy that lasts. Elon Musk, the power of calculated risks. Now let's talk about a guy who's practically synonymous with risk-taking, Elon Musk. The man, the myth, the meme lord himself. But behind the Twitter antics and the Mars colonization plans, there's a brilliant mind that understands the power of calculated risk. See, Musk isn't just throwing darts at a board and seeing what sticks. He's identifying problems, big, hairy, audacious problems, and then he's betting big on his ability to solve them. Think about it. After making his fortune with PayPal, Musk could have easily ridden off into the sunset, bought a private island and called it a day. But that's not Elon. He's wired differently. He saw a future dependent on fossil fuels, and he knew that wasn't sustainable. So he poured his entire fortune, every last penny, into Tesla, a company that was considered a long shot at best. Electric cars? Back then, they were seen as slow, impractical, and frankly, a little bit uncool. But Musk, he saw something different. He saw the potential to revolutionize the auto industry, to create a future where cars were not only good for the environment, but also insanely cool and desirable. And then there's SpaceX, a company with the goal of colonizing Mars. I mean, come on, that sounds like something out of a science fiction movie. But Musk, he's dead serious about it. He sees humanity's future as a multi-planetary species, and he's willing to risk everything to make it happen. Now, I'm not saying you need to start a space exploration company or try to single-handedly save the planet. But the lesson here is clear calculated risk is necessary for massive success. You can't play it safe and expect to achieve extraordinary things. You have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, to bet on yourself, to take a chance on something you believe in. But here's the key. Calculated risk doesn't mean reckless gambling. It's about doing your homework, understanding the risks involved, and then making an informed decision. It's about having a plan, a backup plan, and then a backup plan for your backup plan. When I started my real estate career, I took a calculated risk. I quit my job, invested my savings, and went all in on building my business. Was it scary? Absolutely. But I had done my research. I understood the market. I had a plan. And most importantly, I believed in myself and my ability to succeed. And that's what Elon Musk embodies, that unwavering belief in himself, in his vision, in his ability to achieve the impossible. He's not afraid to fail, to pivot, to adjust course along the way. He embraces failure as a learning opportunity, a chance to iterate and improve. So, what's the takeaway here? Take calculated risks. Don't be afraid to bet on yourself, to pursue your passions, to chase your dreams. Do your research, make a plan, and then go for it. The biggest rewards often come to those who are willing to step outside of their comfort zones and take a chance. So there you have it. 3 incredible journeys, 3 sets of invaluable lessons. We dove deep into the mindsets, strategies, and sheer determination of Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, and Elon Musk. And trust me, their stories are packed with golden nuggets of wisdom we can all apply to our own lives. Now I want to hear from you. Which billionaire's journey inspired you the most? Was it Bezos' relentless focus on the long game, Oprah's incredible ability to turn her challenges into triumphs? or Musk's audacious risk-taking and problem-solving genius? Let me know in the comments. If you found this valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because I have more money-making strategies coming your way soon. See you in the next one. Stay ambitious.